spending time with her husband, friends, family, including her 12 grandchildren. In her spare time, she connects and celebrates with the women involved in motorsports, taking you behind the wall about their journey of life, racing, and how they juggle everything to make it all work. Welcome to Racing Girls Rock Podcast. Strap in, window nets up, the pedals are down, and when the green flag drops, we go.
Hello, everyone. This is Melinda Russell with Racing Girls Rock Podcast, and it's my honor and privilege today to have someone very special to me on this recording. I met Natalie Decker a 3 years ago when I first started the International Women's Motorsports Association, and she and her family just embraced me and supported me and have always been so kind to be part of what we're doing. And so I wanted to have Natalie on for just a few minutes today for her to share with us her exciting news for 2021. I'm so happy for her and how it came about. So Natalie, I'm just going to let you talk. So take it away.
Well, first, thank you for having me on here. And yes, I'm very excited. 2021, it's finally here. And we worked so hard in the off season. We had no idea how we were going to go racing in 2021. And my whole family and my boyfriend over Christmas and this whole off season, we worked every single day trying to figure out a plan to come up with getting races on our schedule. And it slowly worked out. It was very crazy because we were going through the whole off season, not having a clue on what we were going to do. We knew we wanted to do Xfinity, but we just didn't know how we were going to do it. And then all of a sudden, right around Christmas time, things just slowly started falling into place. And then within like 2 months, we had a deal signed and we had new partners on board. And we're doing 5 races in hopes to add more, which is really, really awesome.
Yeah, the whole COVID thing, I know, put a damper on getting marketing partners and sponsors. But even without COVID, it's getting more difficult, I know, for racers to find good, reliable sponsors who really want to buy in. And it looks like your new partners have really bought into you and what you're going to do this year.
Yes, I'm so thankful for this new partner that came on board. And it's Red Street Records. It's a record label company out of Nashville. And JD Marcus, he was part of the Rascal Flatts. And he owns this record label company, and we have a mutual friend. His name is Todd, who I met in my hometown, and because he goes up there and vacations with his family, and he's from Chicago, so a lot of Chicago people come up to Eagle River, and we met. We started talking. We had more mutual friends. It was just like really cool just to meet this really awesome guy and his awesome family. And then all of a sudden we got into the racing talk, and he started talking about all these people that he knows. And then next thing you know, we're on a Zoom call with JD Marcus and the whole Red Street Records crew talking about going racing 2021. So it just all happened so fast, and I'm so thankful for this partner. And we got to spend a whole day together when we had our production day to do our release of our partnership and the team I was racing for. And it was just so magical. I had the best time. They're such great people, and we've had so much fun so far working together.
Isn't it funny how as big as the world is, it's really very small, because it seems like wherever you go, you can find someone who either knows where you live or where you grew up, or they visited there, or you have mutual friends. And you found that out, but you can't do that if you sit in your chair in your office and do nothing. You have to get out there. You have to work. You have to reach out to people and let them know what it is you want to do. And then they, when you're sincere and you're, a young gal who's really passionate about racing, people want to help, don't they? And so how marvelous and, like you said, magical that this was able to happen for you. And you didn't even have to go to Disney to do it. I thought that was the most magical place on earth, but I don't think it is. I think it's Eagle River, Wisconsin. So Natalie, tell me, where are you going to be racing?
So we have 5 races on our schedule, and the first one's the Daytona Road Course, which is coming up really soon. And then we have Talladega, Nashville, Road America, and Martinsville, the last Martinsville race. So those are our 5 races so far on our schedule, and we're still working to hopefully add more as the season goes on. I'm also still doing some road racing with Ave Motorsports. We had some races that got canceled due to COVID last year, so they rolled over into this season. We haven't nailed down anything yet, but we will still be doing some road racing as well.
Okay, well, that's pretty cool. So now, Road America, have you ever raced there before?
Yes, I did. I raced the ARCA car there when I was with Venturini. That was the first time I raced there. And then I raced a few times there with Tony Avi in the TA car. That's like my home track, I guess, because it's, in Wisconsin. That's my home state. So I'm really excited to be able to go back there and see my family and see all the fans that supported me since I was like 12 years old racing in Wisconsin. So I'm really, really excited that was able to be on my schedule.
Yeah, I'm excited about that one too, because that's one of them that I'm hoping maybe to get to. And I've been to Road America to see motorcycle racing. And it's a beautiful place to go watch a race, even if you can't see the whole race, because of the road. But I just wondered how you felt about, the road course and that. And so sounds to me like you're pretty comfortable with driving a road course.
Yeah, I'm comfortable with it, but I've been doing it for a little bit. Each year I do a couple races, but I still have a lot to learn in road racing. And that's why we love racing with Ave Motorsports. They have great cars and they have great connections and they bring on great coaches. And I learn a lot when I go to the track with them. And I'm really happy I'm doing that because as NASCAR coming into 2021, they have been switching over to doing a lot of road course races. So that's exciting.
Yes, it is exciting if you enjoy that. And, there's been a lot of controversy, I guess, a little bit about the schedule this year, but I love seeing them change up the schedule. They added Nashville, which I think is really cool. They added Texas, the Circuit of the Americas, I think it's called. And so, you can't keep everything the same year after year because the fans are going to get bored. The drivers are going to get bored, I think they need something to get them excited about going to the racetrack. And if you watch the races over the weekend, which I'm sure you did, lots of exciting racing, and it's going to be even more exciting, I think, this weekend on the road course. So love that NASCAR is doing that. Let me ask you a little bit about the Xfinity series. What made you want to go from trucks to the Xfinity series?
There was a lot of factors playing in why we wanted to do that and move up to the Xfinity series. As business decision and for like Natalie Decker LLC, it was a good business decision. And then it was also a good decision with the partners coming on board. That was something that fitted them really well. And there was just a lot that went into it, a lot of thought. Through 2020, we were talking about it through the whole season, trying to figure out if that was the right call or not. And we truly believe it is. So we're really excited to do it. I'm really excited. I'm racing with RSS and they're managed by Raymond Brothers Racing. And it's been such a wonderful time so far working with them. Everything from working through the contract to signing the deal to announcing our partnership to going to the shop and getting fitted in the car, every piece of it has been really fun and enjoyable. And that's really exciting for a driver because a lot of the business side of racing can sometimes not be enjoyable and be stressful, and you don't usually look forward to that part of it because we're race car drivers. We really just we just want to race the car, and I'm really excited that all of it so far has been really enjoyable and really fun.
So tell me a little bit about who's going to be on the hood of your car for your first race.
Yes, so Red Street Records, one of their artists, his name is Jason Crabb, and he has a new single. It's called Just As I Am. So his face and his new single are on the hood of the car. And when we had our production day a couple weeks ago, they drove down to North Carolina from Nashville to do all this filming, and we got to surprise Jason. He had no idea that his face and his single was on the hood of the race car. And it was just so exciting. Everyone was so happy. Everyone was so surprised. And I'm really excited to have that on the car. I think it looks really good. And for everyone listening, you have to go buy that song. It's called Just As I Am by Jason Crabb. And it's so inspirational, and it just really will lift your mood up for that day if you're having a bad day.
That's a great song. I listened to it already. And I heard your interview with Claire B. Lang, and she was giving you a hard time about pulling the cover off the car.
Oh, yeah.
And I thought that was pretty cute. And so I've tried to find where I could watch that. I haven't been able to find it, but you're going to have to send me the link so I can actually see you do that. But it just sounds like they have really just jumped in with both feet and are so excited to be, sponsoring you. And like you said, sometimes the business side of things is not fun, especially for a younger person like you. You leave the business stuff to mom and Aunt Sue and go on and let me race the car. But in this instance, I see a different side of you where you've really jumped in and really become a partner with them, because you're involved and you're doing a lot of things with them outside of the race car.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Yeah. So Natalie, what other tracks, what other races would you like to go to, and how can we help you find someone or get some more sponsors for you to get there? Where else would you like to go to race this year?
Yes, anywhere. I would be happy to
Anywhere.
add any race to my schedule. But some of the ones that I really want to add, definitely Richmond. That was one I really enjoyed last year in the truck. And we had some bad luck with the truck not starting. And so we didn't get to do the start of the race, and we went down like 30 laps right away. So that was really disappointing. And I had such a fun time once we were out on the track racing, once everything started working right. So that's something that I really want to add to my schedule if it's possible. But it's up to the sponsors, it's up to the partners and the team, and what races are open. So we'll just have to wait and see. I'm happy with the 5 that we have now, but if we can add more, that would just be even more exciting.
Yeah, it would be. I'd love to see you have a full season. I think that would be amazing. So what are some good partners for you? The record company sounds like it's, you're young and you listen to country music, I'm sure, and all kinds of music. And so what would be some other good partners for you, or sponsors that could jump on board?
Any sponsor, any
Sponsor. Okay, so we're looking for anyone out there who would like to be part of Natalie Decker's racing team, because honestly, she's a great young gal and we really want to support her and get her on the track for a full season for sure. So Natalie, let's talk a minute before we have to hang up. I know we're on a time schedule. What is it about being a young gal in racing that you can do to support or encourage other young women to get involved?
Oh, I like that. Well, just being a young woman doing anything, if it's, playing hockey, I used to do that in high school, so I like using that for example. But if it's like going and playing hockey or racing a car or being a mechanic or going and being a doctor, whatever it is, it's so inspirational to see all these awesome, strong, empowering, kind women doing their best at what they do. And social media is great for this, to be able to really show behind the scenes of your life and all the hard work you put into it, and the good and the bad, and having younger kids that want to come into racing, or even someone, a mom. I have a couple moms that will DM me because they have rheumatoid arthritis, or their kid does, and they they get inspiration from what I'm talking about on social media. And it's really great to be able to have those connections and to be able to talk to those people through a platform like that. And when I was growing up, social media was just starting to like come about. So like there was Facebook and things like that, but there wasn't really Instagram. And so, you know, it would have been really cool to be able to have those connections growing up and being able to like message or comment on someone I really look up to's picture or video and be like, how'd you do this? Or this is so cool. This inspired me. And I really like that we can do that now and have that. And it's really cool because every year at Daytona, and this year we weren't able to do it because we weren't down there racing, but we go, they have all the young kids racing there on the infield, and we go there every year when I'm racing, and we hand out hero cards. And I have seen these kids for the past 3-4 years growing up racing. They remember me, I remember them, and they tell me like all the things that they've accomplished and what their goals are. And it's just really cool to be a part of that and have someone feel comfortable to talk to you about it or really look up to you and want to share their story. So that I really like that question, and that's kind of how I feel about it. And I really enjoy being someone that people can like look up to, talk to about what they're struggling with, or, you know, sometimes I don't even have the best advice for them because I'm still learning. I'm still young and new at this, but I'm sharing my journey and everything that I'm going through just so they can see my perspective and what I'm doing to help make my career better, make my business better, and just become a better person.
You know, I love that answer, Natalie, and I know we're going to have to hang up here in a second, but what an inspiration you have been, I know, to a lot of young girls, ones that I know personally, and probably a lot of young girls and boys that I don't know. And so I just want to encourage you this year. I want you to know that if I'm not at the racetrack, which I'm not going to be very much because can't be there because of COVID, just know that I'll be cheering you on from either Arizona, where I am now, or Michigan, where I am in the summer. And just know that you've got a lot of fans out there, a lot of people who are wishing you well and cheering for you, even if they're not in the stands or in the garage like we normally are. So best of luck to you. I'll be following you. I'll be staying in touch. And any last words?
Thank you. Thank you for having me on here. It was so great to talk to you. I wish I could see your face right now. I'm sad your camera's broken, but it was so good to sit with you and talk with you. So thank you so much.
Well, I'll see you at the track somewhere soon. So take care, Natalie. Wish your family well, and I'll see you on the racetrack.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you for listening to Racing Girls Rock Podcast. Follow us on Facebook at International Women's Motorsports Association or on Instagram and Twitter at the IWMA Nation. And if you know someone that should be on our show, drop us an email at iwmanation@gmail.com.